Hi students, welcome to VerandaRace, and we are back. I am back with one more very interesting session on how to solve English questions of ESIC very fast. Today we have a wonderful set of questions, let me tell you, wonderful set of questions which we are going to start now, start now, and I'm sure you love the session a lot, so be a part of this session. Let's start the session without much ado. So let's move ahead and solve the set 8 of ESIC questions, set 8. So we have error spotting questions at the first. Let's start with error spotting. Okay. Excess weight is the result of unhealthy eating habits which are inherent risk factors responsible for many diseases. No error. Simple. Excess weight is the result of unhealthy eating habits which are inherent, why are? Because we are talking about unhealthy eating habits which are inherent risk factors responsible for many diseases. No error. Next question. The therapeutic benefits at helping others have long been recognized by people. The therapeutic benefits means the effects on health. So the therapeutic benefits at, it should be replaced by of helping people. The therapeutic habits of helping others have long been recognized by people. This will be the correct answer. So error is in part 2. First was 5, no error. Second question, error in part 2. Of helping others will be the correct answer. Clear? Next question. We are yet starting offering this facility to our customers as we are awaiting approval from the board. So the third question would be, we are yet to start. We are yet to start, not starting. We are yet to start offering this facility to our customers as we are awaiting approval from the board. Fine. Next question. The chairman of all large public sector banks met senior RBI officials. The chairman of all large public sector banks met senior RBI officials to give its suggestion about implementing the new policy. See, we are talking about chairman. Chairman is plural, so it shouldn't be its, it should be their. T-H-E-I-R, there. T-H-E-I-R, there. So the chairman of all large public sector banks met senior RBI officials to give their suggestions about implementing the new policy. Clear? Okay. They have not fully considered the impact that relaxing these guidelines is likely to have with the economy. They have not fully considered the impact that relaxing these guidelines is likely to have on the economy. Impact is followed by on. We are talking about what? We are talking about impact. So impact is followed by on. It shouldn't be with, it should be on. So the impact is likely to have on the economy. That will be the correct answer. Good morning, everyone. Very good morning. So moving ahead to the next segment, which is sentence rearrangement. Today's questions are wonderful questions, trust me. Okay. Now the question is, absolute advantage in economics is a concept of trade in which, so it can be the first sentence because it's an introductory kind of sentence. However, cannot be the first sentence. For example, cannot be the first sentence. Not only cannot be the first sentence, the real guide to specialization and to maximizing the gains from the trade is comparative advantage. So this cannot be the first sentence. The first sentence is A. So we'll mark A as the first sentence. A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Now, absolute advantage in economics is a concept of trade in which one country can produce a quantity of a product in a more efficient manner, that is with fewer resources of labor, land and or capital than another country. So we are talking about absolute advantage in which a country can produce more products with the use of lesser resources and land, labor or capital for that matter. Fine, less resources. So for example, C will be the second sentence because it says, for example, in 1981, Japan produced a ton of steel with only 9.4 man hours at a cost of only $502 compared with 16.5 man hours and $622 in the UK. So Japan exceeded the UK in production in the year 1981 based on the absolute advantage concept. So I think, I'm sure That C will be the second sentence. Because in A it talks about absolute advantage, in C it talks about the example of absolute advantage in which Japan produced a ton of steel with only 9.4 man hours at a cost of only $502, while compare UK which had 16.5 man hours at $622. So the price is also high, the number of man hours is also high. Fine. So this will be C will be the second sentence. Now we can have D or B as the third sentence. Let us check. Not only that, but neither absolute nor comparative advantage. No, we cannot say D is the third sentence because it talks about comparative advantage as well. We don't know what is comparative advantage. Let's go to B. However, this statistics. So this is a statistics, right? This statistics. So it will be B is the third sentence. So however, this statistics does not carry the implication that Japan should specialize in steel and the UK should not, because Japan might be even better relative to the UK at other things. So it will be A, C, B. Now we have to choose between D or E as the second last or the last sentence. Fine. So we are talking about the UK should not be considered to be lesser than Japan in production, because Japan can be better at other things as well. So not only that, but neither absolute nor comparative advantage is necessary. So we have chosen comparative advantage over here as the introduction. Let us see E also. The real guide to specialization and to max. So E will be the fourth sentence. I'll tell you why. Because in E, comparative advantage has been introduced, and then in D it has been described. In D it has been described. So A, C, B, D, E will be the correct answer. A, C, B, D, E. Yes, Indu Pavitran, you are correct. Your answer is correct. A, C, B, D, E will be the correct answer. A, C, B, D, E. No, E, D. It will be E, D. I'll tell you why. A, C, B, E, D will be the correct answer. A, C, B. Well, Kartika Devi has answered the answer correctly. Given the answer correctly. Muthu Kumar has said A, C, B, D, E. See, in D, what it says. Not only that. We are talking about in E the real guide to specialization and to maximizing the gains from trade is comparative advantage. So we have introduced comparative advantage over here. Then we have said not only that, but neither absolute nor comparative advantage is necessarily static for all time once UK steel producers were more efficient than the Japanese. It may not sound as the last sentence, but yes, after E, D will come. So A, B, C, A, C, B, E, D will be the correct order. This is the answer. Fine. Moving ahead to filler question. It is by now close to 50 years since Indira Gandhi brought the idea of dash poverty into the electoral arena. It is by now close to 50 years since Indira Gandhi brought the idea of dash poverty. Dash poverty. So see over here, poverty needs to be either eradicated, removed, shaping. See, since it is off, it must be followed by ing form of verb. ing form of verb. So of eradicating is one option left, shaping is one option left. All these options are incorrect because the idea of removal poverty cannot be the answer. Removal of poverty could have been the answer. Removal of poverty could have been the answer, but we need ing form of verb over here. So it should be either eradicating or shaping. So poverty cannot be shaped. So answer would be eradicating. Eradicating poverty into the electoral arena in India. Garibi Hatao had been her slogan. She actually took the country to some distance in the promised direction, which she promised, the direction which she promised, she took the country ahead. So answer would be eradicated. Eradicating means what? Removing. And promised. Promised direction means the direction which she promised. Moving ahead to the next question. Yeah, Indu Pavitran, Muthu Kumar, Priyadashini, Ranjit Seladurai. Okay, fine. So, we are in the midst of yet another general election, and with the dash of results on 23rd May 2019. See, it's an old question. It's not a current question, but we have to find the filler, the correct word for it. So we are in the midst of yet another general election, and with the dash of results, declaration of results, announcement of results. So these two options, this option is incorrect. Announcing of results. It will be like declaration or announcement. So, we are in the midst of yet another general elections. We are in the midst of general elections, and with the dash of results on, so it can be declaration or announcement. Declaration or announcement. So, results on 23rd May 2019, members of the 17th Lok Sabha will be chosen. Thus, in a hectic election season, election news, in-depth coverage and analysis and opinions scattered across the media ecosystem are but dash obvious. So, are but glaringly means very bad, in a very bad state or very bad in appearance. So, it will be glaringly bad. Amaze, obvious are not correct. Lockingly bad is not correct. So, answer will be glaringly obvious. Glaringly obvious means very bad and very obvious in that sense. Fine. Yes, Ranjit Saradai is the correct answer. Correct. Very good. Moving on to the next question. No matter who wins the 2019 election battle, issues like poor politics, corruption, growing income, dash and communal churning will be extremely difficult to halt, much less reverse. No wall will be high enough to dash India from these events. See, no wall will be high enough to shield or protect. We have only two options. So, either it can be no matter who wins the 2019 election battle, issues like poor politics, corruption, growing income, dash. Income disparity is a good word. Income disparity is a good word. So, we will choose this as the answer. Income disparity. Income disparity means unequal incomes of different people. Every people have different incomes. So, it will be income disparity. This is the correct answer. Shield will be to shield India from these events, to protect India. Shield means to protect India. Fine. So, this is the correct answer. So, other options like contrasted, protect, disperse and all are not, because we are talking about, no, E is not correct answer. Because, okay, you are saying B and E both. Wait. B and C. Contrasted, income contrasted. No. Income contrasted can never fit. Only answer will be C, disparity, income disparity. Difference in incomes. Okay. Moving on to the next question. It's indeed time for new political thinking. It's time for new political leadership. It's time for retailoring our dash, and above all, it's time for a new form of government with dash people from various fields, not necessarily politics. Okay. So, the first blank for retailoring our dash. Our belief cannot be the word. If it were belief, we could have chosen it as an answer. Crediting real commonplace notion. So, notion is a good word, we think. Retailing our notion. Notion means perception, impression, opinion in our mind. So, if we choose notion as the answer, let's just check the next blank. It's time for a new form of government with eminent people. Eminent means very prominent people, very good people, very prominent people. So, answer will be notion and eminent. This will be the correct answer. I'll tell you why. Because notion is perception. If you check the first one, retailoring R is what? R is a possessive determiner. So, it will be followed by a noun. So, noun will be notion and it will be eminent people from various fields, not necessarily politics. Okay. Moving on to the next question. The Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, has rushed in. See, it's an old question which I have taken because based on the ESIC pattern. So, don't worry about the current affairs thing because it's not my subject. It's neither your concern because it's English and we're trying to fill the blanks with correct fillers, correct words. Okay. So, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, has rushed in effect where the likes of Donald Trump fear and are loath to tread. Tread means what? Tread means travel. So, what does this mean? What it means, okay, we don't need to understand the meaning of the entire thing, we just need to solve the question. This indubitably means without doubt. Indubitably is another feather in her cap, having dashed the aftermath of the Christchurch carnage. Having dashed the aftermath. Aftermath means outcome. Having handles is incorrect. Tackled is correct. Managed is correct. Tackle and pursuing is both are incorrect. So, we have to choose between B and C because loath to treat, having plus V3 will be the correct answer. That is the structure of perfect participle. So, it will be followed by having plus V3. So, the answer will be either from B or C. Having tackled the aftermath of the Christchurch carnage so commendably as to earn international acclaim. Perfect answer. So B would be the correct answer. Tackled and acclaimed. Acclaimed means international, acclaim means international popularity, recognition. Okay, moving ahead. Now we have closed test question. So the Maharashtra government has decided that cinema halls in Mumbai will dash play the national anthem at the end of the shows. So the Maharashtra government has decided that cinema halls in Mumbai will dash play. Dash play means because it has decided, it becomes mandatory, right? So mandatorily will be the correct answer. Mandatorily, not essentially, by bindingly, obligatorily, conventionally. Mandatorily will be because the government has decided. So it will be mandatorily. Okay. Play the national anthem at the end of the shows. This is the sort of dash. This is the sort of dash that makes a mockery of nationalism and reduces it to a mindless dash. This is a sort of memorial, indication, tokenism. So what is tokenism? Tokenism is something which means kind of show off. Show off is tokenism. And sensation, index, these are incorrect, inappropriate options. Indication, this is the sort of indication that makes a mockery. So this is tokenism will be the correct answer. Tokenism is basically showing off. Showing off is tokenism. So this is, I'm not getting answers from you. Let me check. So B will be, E will be the correct answer, tokenism. So this is, see, indication also seems to be correct, but tokenism will be the correct answer. So this is the sort of tokenism that makes a mockery of the nationalism and reduces it to a mindless. Let's go to third option, third question. It reduces it to mindless celebration, procedure, protocol, ritual, follow-up. Mindless ritual or mindless protocol? Mindless protocol will be the correct answer. Protocol, ritual is something related to spirituality or religion for that matter. But protocol is something which means a particular rule and regulation that needs to be followed while implementing a law or an act. So that is protocol. So every organization, every government has certain protocols which they need to follow. So this is a mindless protocol that we mean to say. Fine. So moving ahead to the next question. Question number 4. If nationalism has been a major motive force of the modern age, it is because people willingly subscribe to it, trying to dash nationalism, trying to inculcate, imbue, preach, implant, teach. Inculcate will be the best answer. Inculcate means trying to fix something with repetition, trying to fix something through repetition. For example, if you want to inculcate good habits into someone, you fix it in him through practice. So it will be inculcate. Imbue means, again, imbue will means trying to impose something on someone. Teach will be like teaching someone. Implant is like implanting something, for implantation of teeth, implantation of hair. And preach is again preaching. So inculcate will be the best option because trying to inculcate nationalism through administrative. Inculcate means fixed by repetition through administrative fiat. Dash a complete lack of understanding. 4 is B. Perfect answer. Who has given the answer? Ranjit Seladulai, Vishnu Prasad Shetty, V. Raj Gopi. Very good, very good. Mayuri Kumaravel, Indru Pavitran. Correct answer. So next would be the fifth portion, fifth answer, which is inculcate nationalism through administrative fiat. Dash a complete lack of understanding of how and why it works. Fiat dash a complete lack of. Okay. Trying to inculcate nationalism through administrative fiat discloses, betrays, divulges, enhances, blurts out. What should be the correct answer? A complete lack. So it should be discloses, divulges. No. See, there is a very less difference between divulges and discloses. So we have to choose between A and B. Blurts out is like coming out with force. So fiat, administrative fiat means a process. Blurts out a complete, yes, blurts out will be the correct answer. Blurts out will be the correct answer, not discloses. Blurts out. Blurts out means it comes out with force because through administrative fiat, blurts out a complete lack of understanding of how and why it works. See, blurting out will mean that there's something hidden which you are not able to see. Discloses means the same. but blurt out means it comes out with force, okay. 5 would be D, blurts out. Next, moving ahead to a passage. It is a wonderful passage, I'm telling you. Trust me, it's a wonderful passage. Let's read the questions first. We have 5 questions. Okay. What does Miller mean? What does Miller mean when he says that winning is not a zero-sum game? What does Miller mean when he says that winning is not a zero-sum game? Not a zero-sum game. Let us read the passage for that. Let's move to the next question first. We'll read the questions first, then we'll move to the passage. So what does he mean, Miller mean by saying that winning is not a zero-sum game? Winning is not a zero-sum game. Winning is not a zero-sum game. Let's remember this question, okay? Okay. By more flash than substance, the author means by more flash than substance. Next question. A journeyman or journeywoman, these 3 options are given, is not a master of fundamentals, is just passing time, is not brilliant, okay? Fourth question. The author does not feel that, okay, these are options, we need to read the passage for that matter. The best title for the passage, we need to read the passage for the last 2 questions, okay? Let's move ahead and read the passage first. I'll move to this side, okay? So on a personal level, winning doesn't mean that other guys has to lose. On a personal level, winning does not mean that the other guy has to lose. As former P&G brand manager Bruce Miller, we have got the answer, I guess. Bruce Miller puts, okay, wait. Bruce Miller puts in, it's not a zero-sum game. It's more like golf than tennis. So it means that the first line represents the second line. It's not a zero-sum game means, doesn't mean that the other guy has to lose. Winning does not mean that other guy has to lose. So let's go to the question and mark the answer. It doesn't mean that the other guy has to lose. This will be the correct answer. What was the next question? Let's see the next question. We have got the answer to the first question, okay? Flash, more than flash than substance. Okay, let's move to the passage again. So, on a personal level, winning doesn't mean that the other guy has to lose. As former P&G Procter & Gamble brand manager Bruce Miller put in, it's not a zero-sum game. It's more like golf than tennis. It's more like golf than tennis. You are playing against yourself and the course, not the guy across the net or in the next office. So you are playing against yourself in golf, right? Play your best game, and if it's good enough, you will be the winner. That's what he wants to say. You might not achieve the specific goal you have set, but the company is big enough and flexible enough to move you up and onward in a way that suits your talents. So what it says is, like, if you work in a corporate company, you might not achieve the specific goal you have set for yourself, but the company is big enough and flexible enough to move you up and onward in a way that suits your talents, okay? That is winning. That is winning, Miller says that. Miller remembers the story of an assistant brand manager. It's an interesting story. Please listen to this story. So, Miller remembers the story of an assistant brand manager who, by his own account, was achieving great things and looked as if he had the world by the tail. So, it's the story of a manager who was achieving great things and looked as if he had the world as his tail, world by the tail. So, at about the time his class was ready to go out on sales training, his class means his students or his trainees, sales training, he had a closed door meeting with his boss. The manager had a closed door meeting with his boss. His peers assumed he was the first to get the nod. First to get the nod means he'll first get the yes from the manager, from his boss. Okay. It turned out his performance had all along been more flash than substance. We got the answer to the next question. More flash than substance. And the meeting with his boss was to discuss other career alternatives inside or outside the company. Okay. Miller is convinced that the moral of the story is that winning is all about your own performance and not about keeping up with what the other guy seems to be doing. Wonderful concept. It's a wonderful concept. Former CEO E.D. Arts equates winning with professionalism. It's mastery of the fundamentals. So winning is equates winning with professionalism. It's the mastery of the fundamentals, and that is what you must do to win the management. You must master the fundamentals of the business you are in, the functions you perform, and the processes of managing people. Such a nice passage, right? World by the tail means keeping world behind. Keeping world behind. You are leading the world. That's the meaning of keeping world by tail. Okay. If you don't do that, you will eventually become a journeyman or a journeywoman. We have got the answer to two questions. The flash and substance and this one. You will become a journeyman or journeywoman, and the brilliance you once had will surely tarnish. So brilliance is tarnished. You must master the fundamentals, the functions you perform, and the process of managing people. Plus, you also must lose, you will also lose the brilliance of your, once you had, that will surely tarnish. You will become a journeyman or a journeywoman. Mastering the fundamentals of any profession, be it in the arts, sports or business, requires great sacrifice, endless repetition and a constant search for the best way to do things. A professional in search of mastery brings an attitude to his or her work that no sacrifice is too great and no experience of or grunt. We don't need to read all this because we don't have questions related to this. So let's go ahead and solve the questions. So more flash than substance, not doing that much work which you are showing off. That's known as achievement was temporary, not lasting. Achievement was more than a matter of chance. The manager was fooling himself, none of the above. So answer would be none of the above. It was more of show off than actual work. None of the above will be the correct answer. Fine. Next, a journeyman or journeywoman is not a master of fundamentals. It's just passing time. It's not brilliant. Is not brilliant. 1 and 3 will be the correct answer. Is just passing time is not mentioned in the passage. So 1 and 3 will be the correct answer. Is not brilliant means his brilliance will be tarnished. Brilliance will be tarnished. We cannot say that, right? No, his brilliance will be tarnished, so it will be 1 and 3 will be the correct answer. Okay. The author does not feel that mastering fun does not feel that winning is not a zero sum. This will be the correct answer. The author does not feel that winning is not a zero sum game. He feels that winning is not a zero sum game, but the author does not feel that, okay, wait. Let me check. The author does not feel that mastering fundamentals is essential to win. He feels that. This is correct. This is correct. Mastering fundamentals requires great sacrifice. This is correct. Winning is not a zero sum game. This is correct. The author does not feel that. He feels all these things, right? So none of these will be the answer. He feels all these things, right? What the author does not feel that. So he feels all these things. So none of these will be the answer. Next question. What should be the passage? What is the best title for the passage? Winning? No. Winning and professionalism? No. Getting a winner's attitude? No. Mastering fundamentals is important. Winning and losing. This can be the best answer to this passage. Best title for winning and losing. So students, with this, I would like to end the session. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a very wonderful day ahead. Please study hard and achieve your best. Thank you so much.